You're watching Good Day Siouxland with Nick Wilson and meteorologist Ethan Foreman. From KCAU 9 News, this is Good Day Siouxland.
Well, good morning. It's 6:45 on this Wednesday morning. I'm Nick Wilson.
And I'm Ethan Foreman.
And what's the latest out there?
Yeah, I got some fog out there that we're intending with this morning. Not so much on our studio cam. This is sponsored by Blackbird Bed Casino, but you can see that we do see lots of clouds out there and even some fog in the distance. Temperatures right now are stationed in the 50s, where we have a little bit less fog right now in Iowa, but in South Dakota and Nebraska, that's where we see more widespread fog this morning. 1/6 of a mile now in Yankton, Wayne, and Norfolk, 0 miles in Bloomfield, even 4 miles in Sioux City, and currently just under 1 mile in West Point, Nebraska. Dense fog advisories do continue to the west through 9 o'clock this morning, as we see high temperatures today climbing into the low to mid 60s. We'll have more details on some more warm temperatures and when we could touch 90 degrees. That's coming up after Stray of the Day's Waiting Wednesday.
Well, health officials continue to emphasize the importance of the measles vaccine after 2 Siouxland states have each reported a case of the virus. Both Iowa and Nebraska have joined the list of states impacted by the ongoing outbreak, with more than 1,000 cases confirmed nationwide. Health officials maintain the best defense against measles is getting vaccinated. And elsewhere in Iowa, Governor Kim Reynolds signed several bills into law this week. Among those is House File 856. Now that effectively bans government entities and public colleges from spending money on DEI offices. Another is Senate File 369. That requires students to pass a U.S. citizenship test as a requirement for high school graduation. Reynolds also signed Senate File 889, which gives state employees 4 weeks of paid maternal leave and 1 week of paid paternal leave for newborns and 4 weeks of paid parental leave for adoptions. And in the meantime, other bills are still waiting on the governor's desk. One of those is House File 639. Now that bill would make it harder for CO2 carbon pipeline projects to qualify for eminent domain. Another is Senate File 383. That bill would reform pharmacy benefit managers. Those are the middlemen between health insurance and pharmacies. Right now, Iowa pharmacies may be paid less than what it costs them to dispense some medications, forcing them to either refuse a fill or lose money. Governor Reynolds has until June 14th to either sign or veto the bills passed in this year's legislative session. And meanwhile, if you have a number 9 birthday coming up, well, KCAU 9 would love to help you celebrate. We're celebrating the 9s each week right here on Good Day Siouxland. So if you or a loved one is turning 9, 99, or any 9 in between, well, we want to hear about it. Every Thursday morning, we'll share our list of birthday shout-outs, and one lucky person will take home a birthday gift from one of our sponsors. So if you want to be featured, just go to SiouxlandProud.com and click on Celebrating the 9s under the Contest tab to enter by Tuesdays at noon. Now it's time we meet today's Stray of the Day, and it's Still Waiting Wednesday. Every Wednesday we feature a pet at Sioux City Animal Adoption and Rescue who's been waiting quite some time to find that forever home.
That's right, and this is Milo, a 2 to 3 year old male short-hair brown tabby cat. He was originally adopted from the rescue, but had to be returned after the dogs in the house didn't like him very much. The rescue says he's a happy-go-lucky kind of guy that loves just about everyone. His biggest goal in life is to be someone's resident couch potato. Milo is available for adoption now.
And if you've lost your pet, you're looking to adopt, or you'd like to sponsor a pet for adoption, you can visit the rescue's website, go to SiouxCityAnimalRescue.com. Well, Milo sure looks like a pretty sweet cat in that photo and seems low maintenance. He just wants to be a couch potato.
Yeah, definitely, and maybe watch some KCAU-9.
Absolutely, and today's not a bad day to be inside watching TV. I mean, nobody wants to be out and about in that fog anyways.
No, definitely. If you can't stay home this morning, definitely your best bet to do so until this fog burns off. But otherwise, make sure you give yourself extra time. Satellite and radar does show a little bit of rain also passing by to our north and east and also to our west this morning. Most of the rain has dissipated, just now seeing that fog west of I-29. And we'll continue to see lots of clouds through the daytime. A spotty afternoon shower is not impossible, especially after about 4 p.m. after we see the daytime heating. You could see pop-up shower, maybe an isolated thunderstorm is possible this afternoon and evening. As we lose the daytime heating, we see a little bit of clearing take place through the overnight and the start of Thursday. Thursday will be a lot of rinse and repeat as we could start off with some patchy fog yet again, and then we'll see another spotty shower, maybe an isolated thunderstorm into Thursday afternoon. Notice that there is a few thunderstorms on this model run close to Cherokee, so we'll keep an eye on that. For the Cherokee Rodeo, guest weather with Chief Meteorologist Victor Perez. Those skies clear out of the region as we headed to Thursday night and Friday morning. We're back to some sunshine and a nice day coming up on Friday. Those rainfall amounts do look very light with both today and tomorrow's rain. Most of us will see under 1/10 of an inch. There could be a spotty isolated place that gets as much as 1/4 of an inch, but it's going to be very few and far in between. Morning fog, warmer and sprinkles today with a high temperature of 66, dropping down to a low of 46 tonight with partial clearing, cool, and that patchy fog still possible. Spotty shower or thunderstorm Thursday afternoon. Then we warm up back in the 80s. Plenty of sunshine this weekend. Watch for some fire danger risk on Monday as winds increase, and then showers and storms possible on Tuesday. Severe weather is possible as well, and more showers and storms helping us cool down back below average to 71 degrees by Thursday, June 5.
Now we turn to sports. We've got a full bullpen of action from the Diamond as South Dakota gets ready for their high school state tourney. Anthony Mitchell has the highlights all right here in your morning sports wrap.
Good morning, Siouxland. 3 of the top 4 seeds in the SDHS BA Class B bracket remained in title contention entering the final day of the season yesterday, including number 4 Elk Point Jefferson also in the mix. The 6th seed Dakota Valley, both teams playing for a chance to win it all. In Brookings, Huskies looking to keep the season going with an upset over the top seed Del Rapids, picking up in the 4th inning. Quarters up 4-zip. Cole Rusink ups the bat here. He gets a single on a ground ball to left field. That scores Matt Nelson. That extends the lead there. A few batters later, Quarters still cooking here, up by 6 now. Tad Jaden airs a fly ball deep to right field. That brings in 2 more. That makes it 8-0. This one all Quarters, knocking out EPJ 10-0 in 5 innings. Del Rapids set to face the winner of this matchup right here, winner Cologne and Dakota Valley. Panthers up 3-2. Luke Braun's hard grounder played the plate, not in time. DV extends its lead, and the Panthers pull away to upset winner Cologne 12-3, setting up Dakota Valley with a shot at the title against the Quarters. DV just 1 win away from winning it all, but in their way the top seed Del Rapids. 6th inning, DV trailing 4-3. Vaughn Hoffman singles on a hard grounder to left. Drew Lucken scores. That ties it up at 4. Quarters would go on to force extras here. 8th inning, Cooper Frost with a squeeze bunt. Panthers make a play to the plate. Not in time. Runner is saved. Quarters walk off the Panthers in 8 innings to take the title 5-4. Staying with South Dakota, Class A softball action. The Sodak 16 round in the SDHSAA taking place featuring all 3 of our local squads last night. First off, Dakota Valley takes down Mount Vernon Plankinton 15-0, while Elk Point Jefferson gets by Sioux Falls Christian 8-2. Meanwhile, Vermilion goes on the road to upset Beardford. Convincing win here for the Tanagers 13-0. State tournament play begins on June 5th in Aberdeen. The first round Class A matchups are listed on our website. Well, for the 4th time in the last 5 seasons, Sioux City North boys soccer has hit the 10-win mark, but the Stars not satisfied there, hosting Southeast Polk in the Class 4A Sub-State 1 semifinal. Stars coming to the day winning 2 of its last 3. Rams looking to rebound after dropping 5 of its last 6. Early chance for the visitors on the cross. Southeast Polk gets ahead on it. Sioux City North turns it aside. Ian Aqueta Great save there by the keeper. 6 minutes before the half, Jackson Payton with a great look here. Puts it through. His second goal of the season puts SEP up 1-0. Rams tack on 3 in the second half, blanking North 4-0 the final. Stars end the year at 10-6-2. For the full list of playoff soccer scores in Iowa, check out our website, SiouxlandProud.com. That'll be all for sports. Have a good day, Siouxland.
Now let's take a look at this morning's top stories. What you need to know before you go. Last night, city commissioners in North Sioux City voted unanimously to apply for the South Dakota Office of Emergency Management's Hazard Mitigation Grant Program to be used for future flood mitigation efforts. City documents indicate 75% of the funding would come from the federal government, 15% from the state, and 10% from the city. In total, the project is expected to cost more than $1.7 million. The decision to apply for assistance comes just in time, ahead of a May 30th deadline.
So we just wanted to get that in there. That includes several options that we have yet to pick to design, but this gives us the flexibility to, if we can get in the queue, hopefully get the grant awarded to us, and then we'll have time to choose which alternate is best. So,
2 of the potential plans would divert floodwater through McCook Lake, while a third plan would send water through Good Enough and Mud Lakes before ultimately reaching the Missouri River. Bogenreef says a public hearing may happen in July or August to get public feedback on which course of action to pursue. Meanwhile, the City Commission also voted to award the Penrose Drive reconstruction project to Homer, Nebraska-based Steve Harris Construction Incorporated. The company submitted a bid for the project that's totaling more than $719,000. Mayor Bogenreef says the city will use FEMA funding to pay for that project. Construction is now set to start the second week of June.
Penrose reconstruction will begin and then be done before school starts, hopefully early August. So kind of exciting to get that off the ground. As you know, North Shore will be deferred until next spring, but at least we can get the Penrose reconstructed so those folks can halfway get back to normal.
Also approved last night, a $35,000 bid from Stockwell Engineering to put a temporary storm sewer on North Shore Drive to mitigate storm water pooling on the road. And meanwhile, in Sioux City, residents who use certain options to pay their city utility bills will soon face an extra fee. Starting on July 1st, if you use a credit or debit card to pay your water, sewer, and trash bills, then you'll get hit with a fee of $3.20. That will be the case whether you use those payment methods online, by phone, or in person. And to avoid the fee, the city recommends setting up auto pay with them or using a bill pay service through your bank. All right, well, one last check on that forecast. Felt some very, very light rain in the early morning hours, but is that going to continue at all?
Yeah, we do have some very small rain chances on the way today. It's not much, just a few sprinkles or pop-up showers after the morning fog. Warmer, though, as we see a high of 66. Still a lot of clouds, though. We'll see a partial clearing tonight as we see another chance of some patchy fog, maybe a sprinkle and a low of 46. A few more sprinkles popping up Thursday afternoon with the daytime heating. High temperature back to 72 for the guest weather at the Cherokee Rodeo. 80s and 90s possibly return for the upcoming weekend and the start of next week. More shower and storm chances next week. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
Yeah, I got that dry weekend. We'll see what next week brings us, though.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 11:30.